Hello, everybody. I'm the only person between you and coffee, so I will be quick. Okay. So, thanks for this opportunity. I appreciate it. So, I just wanted to take this opportunity to give you a flavor of what kind of work my lab is doing in the School of Forestry, University of Georgia. And we have three themes, separate themes actually. First one is sustainable bioenergy development. Second theme is minority forest landowners, both in US as well as outside US. And third one is adoption of improved clean cooking technologies all across the globe. So I will be talking about these themes one by one. So I am pretty sure that most of you are not aware of wood pellets, but believe me that right now southern United States is the largest exporter of wood pellets to the world. And as you can see from the graph that is below, that in 2013 we exported about 300,000 tons of wood pellets, mostly to European countries, and within European countries, United Kingdom. And this figure is almost 100% jump just in 1 year, because in 2012 we exported only like 1,500,000 tons of wood pellets. Now, I was very interested that if we are producing all the wood pellets here and exporting all the way to Europe where they are consuming it to produce electricity, then how green and clean that electricity is. That is why this particular supply chain got my attention, and then I started deliberating on what is the economics of entire supply chain and what is the environmental impact. So my findings suggest that as far as this supply chain goes, we in a sense European countries, they are saving a lot of carbon with respect to coal, close to 50%, but at the same time they are putting more money for the electricity source from wood pellets, close to 15% more money. And this particular market is going to grow up because based on recent projections from European Union, they need more and more wood pellets. So there is no surprise that, as you can see from this figure, wood pellets plants are popping up every nook and corner of US South. And in addition to that, we recently published a paper in Environmental Science and Technology where we have analyzed the environmental and economic sustainability of using corn, stover, switchgrass, and miscanthus for producing ethanol in US Midwest. And our findings are suggesting that corn stover might not save carbon that was originally expected from it. Now coming on to the second theme, which is minority forest landowners. So right now I am involved in a project with Endowment Fund in Greenville, South Carolina, to know that why minority forest landowners don't participate in federal landowner assistance programs, though there are special incentives for African American forest landowners to participate in those programs. Very surprising, but nobody knows why that is the case. So that is why with my colleagues, both in US Forest Services and also colleagues in North Carolina, we are trying to find out the reasons for their low participation rate. And results are pretty exciting actually. And at the same time, we are also trying to find out communication networks that they use to exchange information about forestry practices in general. And what we are finding is that there is only one guy who is giving all the information to all of these minority forest landowners. And nobody has ever done any this type of work before. So we are pretty excited about this work. At the same time, we have done some studies in the past where we have analyzed perceptions of minority forest landowners in Rwanda, especially related to agroforestry adoption. And also we have done some research work in Vietnam, in Cat Tian National Park, which is south of Vietnam, the only place where you can find Java rhinoceros, to find out how social capital impacts conservation attitude. Now coming on to the third theme, so this is a very dear project, especially for me, because being from India, I have seen how people are suffering because they are using inefficient cooking stoves, which is the prime reason for the deaths of women and children in rural India. So I was very interested to see that why, even if you give them clean cook stoves free of cost, no money at all, even they say no. They will use it for 2 months and then they will come back to their traditional cooking stoves, which are basically killing them, slow killing. So as a result of which we got some help from EPA to do a small research project in northern India. And we are doing that project right now, and my PhD student, Arundhati, she is sitting there. She's presenting a poster about this project, which is outside this room. If you are interested, you can stop by and have a look at that poster. In addition to that, we have also done some cookie stove related projects in Honduras, where we are trying to see how social networks impact adoption of improved cooking stoves, both in space as well as in time. And we have 2 papers out of that research, and if you are interested, you can go to Energy Policy or ARL to get more information. And at the same time, in Brazil, this is not directly related to cookie stoves, but at the same time in Brazil, we have also analyzed that what is the difference if you produce charcoal from eucalyptus using traditional charcoal making technologies versus modern technologies. So these are the broad 3 themes that we are working in, and the future plans are, as you can see, we have tons of future plans. So first of all, as a researcher, I want to take my bioenergy work to the next level, and I want to see that what is the impact on ecosystem services if we use bioenergy feedstocks. And in relation to that, we are trying to put a proposal to DOE, whose deadline is Monday actually. Then at the same time, one of my master's students, Surendra, he is also trying to understand how energy, land use, and water are interrelated to each other. Second theme, which I am trying to hire a graduate student, and she will be hopefully starting in fall. She is looking into the impact of bioenergy demand on traditional forestry wood-based products, especially in Georgia. Forest certification and behavior is very near and dear topic to me because my experience in forestry started with this particular topic. And today in the morning I met a guy, Jason, he's a water quality guy in Georgia DNR. He told me that in Georgia, 97% of wood is sourced sustainably because all these loggers follow BMPs, but only 5% land is under certification. So I want to know why is that, what are the reasons for that, and why de facto certification is so popular in the state of Georgia. And finally, I'm very interested to develop a program on RED+, especially in countries which are in and around India, because I'm very familiar with those countries. And I'm trying to hire a very good graduate student who hopefully will come here and start his doctoral program in this fall of 2015. And as always, our lab is open to collaboration. If you have some bright idea where we can collaborate, I will be more than happy to come and talk to you. And we have a small website if you want to know what we are doing. Address is forestsustainabilitylab.uj.edu, thanks to Morgan. And we have a web page where you can see all our publications. And that's about it. Thank you.